Mayhem had an entire state and culture behind him. He was making more money than he ever dreamed of. But even that night, there was foreshadowing.
Obviously looks like he broke your nose. Tell me, what was that like?
Well, it's not as worse than when I fight with my girlfriend. So I've caught a few of those in the face in a bedroom.
In this, the conclusion of the story of the rise and fall of Jason Mayhem Miller, I'm going to discuss a lot of bad choices Jason made. Ultimately, bad things he did to good people. I'm not calling him a bad person. I actually think he was a good person. I knew him quite well, and I think he had a good heart and a good soul. Though I think he did suffer from childhood trauma and diagnosable mental health issues. I'm not inexperienced in this. I have a number of family members that have been diagnosed with mental health disorders, as well as some that have been hospitalized. They continue to work to overcome these struggles. Though I'm certainly not qualified to diagnose Jason, I would like to discuss, with my insight, judgment-free, the events that happened from the pinnacle of his career for the years going forward. It wasn't long after the Robbie Lawler fight that Jason was arrested for the first time in Hawaii. As I mentioned, Jason was extremely popular in Hawaii and was enjoying the fruits of his fame. He had a number of different girlfriends, but one was much more serious than others, though they were on again, off again. Well, one night when they were off again, Jason decided he wanted to see her, and she wasn't taking his phone calls. So after a night of partying, at 6 in the morning, what is alleged is that Jason came to her apartment, knocked down her door, and found another man in the apartment. Now, normally you'd think Jason breaking down a door and finding a new man would be real trouble for that guy. Well, it was 6 in the morning, Jason was drunk out of his mind, and the guy was a 6'2", 230-pound purple belt under Egan Inouye. A struggle ensued. There were bite marks on the guy's arm. 911 was called, and Jason Miller fled the scene. At 7 a.m., he turned himself into the Kalihi police station. A number of hours later, I get a call from a clearly hungover and regretful Jason asking if I can bail him out of jail. So on my way, I called the top criminal attorney in town that I had met one other time, David Hayakawa, and ran the story by him. He told me to take Jason directly from jail to his downtown office. In the meantime, as Hayakawa prepares his defense case, the press get a hold of the story, and I have no other option than to suspend Mayhem and cancel an upcoming bout I have with him against Frank Trigg. The Mayhem Miller court case led the local TV news and was on the front page of both newspapers. Hayakawa had such confidence in Jason's charm, he actually chose to put him on the stand. And not only that, set up a reenactment of the night. Jason and another person were going to reenact the struggle between Jason and the new boyfriend. But the person that was supposed to play the boyfriend no-showed, and David Hayakawa decided to take the place himself and ended up wrestling on the courtroom floor with Jason. Later that day, Jason took the stand, and in the end, he was found not guilty. With the not guilty verdict, I was able to reinstate Jason and scheduled the Frank Trigg title fight a few months later. Although Mayhem's image was tarnished, he still had fans behind him. Once again, a sold-out Blaisdell Arena, and once again, Jason starts off taking a beating.
Mayhem in trouble. The big kick. Left hand's raining down. 30 seconds, the big soccer kick lands. Mayhem has got to move. Mayhem in big trouble. Mayhem in all sorts of trouble. How can he take this? 20 seconds remaining. We are near to having a new champion. Big knee now to Mayhem. 10 seconds, can he survive? It's a Vanderlei Silva style beating that Trigg is putting down on Mayhem right now. First round of action.
Unbelievable. How does Jason...
And he gets up smiling.
But this night wouldn't have a storybook ending. Frank Trigg continued to beat the brakes off Jason.
Another left hand. Another left hand. This is a non-stop barrage by Frank Trigg. Another left hand lands. They're all hitting home right on his chin. Now the knee, a high knee. He gets Jason's back. A soccer kick. It could be over. It could be over. Referee Yuji Shimada in awful close. He's awful close.
is open.
He shoots for a single. This is it.
It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Trigg is unstoppable.
Sadly, this may have been a sign of things to come. Though the charismatic fighter had glimpses of success, won a major reality TV show on MTV called Bully Beatdown, in the coming years, he was arrested over a dozen times. Fights in bars, domestic violence, fighting cops. One time, live tweeting a standoff between the SWAT team in California before they had to use flash bombs to get him out of the house and arrest him. Mayhem's last arrest was in September of 2021 for a felony domestic violence case. As I said in the beginning, I don't consider Mayhem to be a bad person. I think he's troubled. Is he too far gone? Maybe. I'd like to think he has hope. Once again, thanks for watching these stories. Please like and share. I'm TJ Thompson.